Annabelle, Hector-Joseph, and Beverly Lobby Allen. This NGO has been doing a lot of things in a number of countries. And Annabelle, I want to take the moment just to salute you all for what you've been doing.
Thank you so very much, and it's my distinct pleasure to be here.
How you've been able to do this work from Peru across to other parts of the world, including you've gone to Kenya, you've gone to India, you've done a lot of work in Haiti, which we'll talk about specifically in a moment, but you also been to Jamaica, Guyana, St. Lucia. There's a lot of places to go. How has your organization been able to do this?
Committed, hardworking grassroots people, just like any other citizen, some skilled, some unskilled, a small percentage of support from the private sector, and a very minute support from the public, aka the government sector.
Normally, I have to ask the question: what was the turning key? What motivated you and your colleague to start this organization? 2002.
There was a lot of violence and stuff among the youth, especially taking place in the Maloney area, and we started there to reach out on the death of a young man that was murdered, and from there it just mushroomed. It was like an organic movement that just spread. We started getting invitations from persons, whether it was to go to Louisiana to help after the flood, or to come to Kenya, or to go to India, or to go to Zambia or St. Vincent, wherever, and we respond.
It's very important that you make that point, Avonelle, because in Trinidad and Tobago, folks say, well, you've been all over the world, but what are you doing here in Trinidad and Tobago?
I love to talk about that. Every day on Charlotte Street from our office, and as I say office, I would like the public to know we are on a drive to raise $8 million TT to get a building, because we need our own office space. We provide food, we provide clothes, we provide counseling, we help people with micro enterprise startups, we do referrals. We have built 6 houses in Palo Seco since 2003. We have helped a number of persons with building supplies. We can't always build a whole house, but we can help you to roof to whatever. Every Christmas day we go out, we give hundreds of hampers for Christmas. We help over 100 children with back to school supplies also from since 2003. We visited a number of persons in prison and given them support. We have housed deportees, we have housed battered women, we've housed people transitioning. We've entered into partnerships with Ferrer Optical to provide articles, because that's what we are called is another cause. So people always talk about what we're doing. We have done a lot of work. We had a homework center in Carnage, after school program. We didn't have a physical center, but we did an after school program for a number of years. We've done vacation camps, cooked meals, you just name just about whatever it is. We are out there once there's a need, and we can find volunteers to respond. We respond.
So you are working on the ground as against those who say, well, you've been all over the world. I want to focus, and I'm happy for that, focus very quickly on Haiti.
Yes.
Because you've done a lot of work in Haiti.
Well, as we speak now, we have a very large truck, I think it's about 20 feet long, that we just offloaded a container last week, and they have gone to 2 villages in Haiti, Lacqua and Timonet. And in Lacqua, we're building a school, we've done a well, we have a medical project there. We've been in Haiti from our inception, so it's 15 years this year, and the work continues. We want to finish that school. We doing the mobile clinic. We've reached out to the persons who, I don't have to say, were deported or repatriated from the Dominican Republic. So the work is ongoing. We have our own base there where we can house people to encourage volunteers to come from all over the world, and they have come to stay with us to go out and do the clinic, so that we have our own storage, our own transport. Everything that we do, we look to minimize the delivery cost of AIDS, because if you don't minimize your delivery cost, you're going to spend a lot of money in the actual delivery and not in the process, and not in the actual end result, which is to get the need to the people. It
is 12 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. Listeners, we're going an extra 5 minutes because is there not a cause? It is a moving organization, because the question itself begs folks look at what's around them and do something about it, which raises the question in trying to get on to you, Avonelle. I've been hearing she's out fundraising, she's out doing this, doing that. You're always fundraising. What kind of cooperation are you getting from the corporate citizen? What kind of contribution are you getting from the everyday Trinidadian? Where's your contribution really coming from? Because it is a very ambitious mission that you're on.
Well, I must say thank you, Jesus, because he has been faithful in speaking to hearts, but predominantly...
He's a good man to have on your side.
Yes. And he's on our side because we are about his business. But our primary support comes from the grannies who've been given $100 from their pension when their pension was only $500 or $50. Some of them over the years, they can't even climb the steps to come to our office. Children in schools who give $1 and the teachers collect it and give it to us. business persons who have standing orders, they might give $1,000 or $2,000 every month, and lots of churches and church members who come on with us. Like, for example, when the earthquake took place in Haiti, or the last situation that we had last October with the floods, a lot of corporate citizens came on and they got their staff involved, like RBC and Transbago Mortgage Finance and a lot of other companies, KPOC and stuff. But we don't always have that ongoing, which is what we would really like to have. Very consistent supply and funding, and like when companies do their things just about to expire, but before they know it won't sell, they can give it to us and we will get it to the people right here at home. Because as I said, while we are popularly known for Haiti, we are impacting lives every single day right here at home, giving a single father who, his wife just died, providing baby milk and Pampers and giving that kind of support. Fire victims come to us all the time. The Ministry of Social Development, they call us, listen, we have some people here, but we have run out of our cash that we have for that kind of funding to give somebody a $300 or $400. They need some food, they send them over to our office. So we have been working alongside government, but to get the government funding, that is a challenge, and that to get that to hit the big time with the big companies that would say, okay, listen, we're gonna put you on our list and we give you a subvention of $25,000 a year or $50,000. We haven't gone there yet, but we've gone to all the training sessions, the fundraisers and the different things that they have, sit with the stakeholders, present documents, but we cannot wait for that. And that is for why, like, we are right now raising $8 million to get our own head office, that we don't have to pay rent. We can also rent some of the rooms, and that we are making an appeal to Trinidad and Tobago to partner with us. You might have goods that we can sell. You might have a space we could use for an event. You might just be able to provide transport, because if somebody gives us free transport, then we don't have to pay for transport to move things. We can use that fund.
And let us just make something clear here. You are a registered and not-for-profit organization, which means that if folks are making contribution to you, it becomes tax deductible.
No, it's not automatic in Trinidad.
It is not automatic in Trinidad, no.
It's not like in these states where you have an automatic 501c3. You have to you have to get something called like an act of like a charter, to become an act of parliament.
I see.
And then you get all of those charitable statuses. They did stop the deed of covenants, and they have started it back. That would give people that tax relief. So we are in the process of getting that. That's a separate process that you have to do. You register the Ministry of Legal Affairs, which is who we are registered with as a not-for-profit organization. That we then have to go through the process now with the Ministry of Finances to get everything rectified, so that people can get that slip to get their tax refunds.
Thank you for that clarification. I thought a 501c was automatic, but you.
And if anybody's listening in these states, we have 501c3 connections in the US, so you all can get it, because Americans, they don't like to give without getting back their tax.
Exactly.
So we took care of that.
You see a 501c3 in America, and everybody go like, I'm giving because I'm getting my tax deduction. But in this case, until you've gone through what is necessary here, we're asking for good hearts and good corporate citizens. Hence the reason I asked you here this morning, to make clear to folks that your organization is doing a lot of work, and the work you're doing is good work. Yes. Have you had any deportees coming in my final minute here? Any deportees that you're working with?
At least 5 deportees, and we've actually housed about 3 of them. But we've had more than 5 deportees in terms of like just coming into the office, get clothes and food. But we talk about really working with them. But many of them are homeless, and they come into our office all the time with just soap, toothpaste, toiletries, clothes. It's really sad sometimes just to listen to their stories.
Give me a telephone number where folks can get in touch with your organization.
394-2042, 394-2042. WhatsApp or 742-1879, 742-1879. You can call now.
All right, that last number was really fast. 742-1879. And we bank with FCB, and the account is in the name of the organization. Is there not a cause? Feel free to come and chat with us, to volunteer, or to donate. I'm going to keep in touch with you frequently,
Thank you very
because what you're doing there is something that has to be applauded. Organization going on and looking to do good, and of course, as the times become more and more difficult, you'll have a lot more people knocking on your door.
Yes.
And of course, tragedies are things we cannot predict in the world, but they happen everywhere. You have worked in India, in Kenya, in the Caribbean, and also here in Trinidad. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.